Finally, Dr. Faith had granted an interview with the Punch newspapers. Wow, guys, it was a very lengthy, and he had a lot to say. In fact, he addressed a lot of issues, the whole loan thing, what happened between him and Sultana, so many things. So, if you really want to get that gist, guys, please hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and stick around and let's delve into it. You guys remember that Faith was supposed to be on Glory Elijah's live stream, live frankly speaking with Glory Elijah, because I know that was in All Stars that she had Pere. So when she announced that, oh, she was going to have Faith, oh, we are like super excited. At least let's get to hear from Faith, since they won't be granting him any media rounds, interview, and all. At least it would have been an opportunity for him to talk, to speak out, tell his own side of the story. But yeah, she also put out something and said it wasn't going to be a reality anymore. Reasons we do not know till today. Okay, maybe in the near future. So the Punch newspapers had called up Faith for an interview, and after that, he even wrote, "Oh, thank you for having me, Punch." Guys, it was really a very lengthy one. Now, let me start. Where am I going to start from? Because so many questions were actually thrown at him. But let me say something. You know, when Faith mentioned in that viral YouTube video, he said he took a loan of 5 million naira. People misunderstood him and said, "Oh, you said you're rich. Why would you take? You said you're a doctor. You don't even have 5 million." La, la, la. So he said he just came into the country and all his assets, all his money, all his everything were just tied up. So he needed that cash. He needed that money at that time to do some logistics, some one or two things. Guys, you guys know how it is now, that you need money for all these voting stuff and all, because he had no PR team, he had no whatsoever before going into the house. In fact, that his manager ditched him in week two. His manager left him in week two. Thankfully, the assistant had to take up the whole role. So when people hear about that, people do not understand loans. Someone might be a billionaire and still take loans. It depends, and it's true. Yeah, it's very very possible, because when I remember during the no cash era, people were actually looking for no matter how much they can get just for them to have at least cash. So we didn't know what the situation was with him at that point, and he really needed, so he took up a loan. And he hasn't come to tell you guys that, oh, I didn't pay up. He only said he took a loan. Whether he has paid or not, people don't know. And the public started dragging, bashing him and all. Well, he said he doesn't care about public opinion, that the public opinion will always be public opinion because people are entitled to their opinions. But then it doesn't really define who you are. It's only when they try to impose it on you. But public opinion remains public opinion. Dr. Faith said a lot of this. Now let's come to why he went to Big Brother's house, because the interviewer had asked him, was it a planned thing? You just planned going on to Big Brother's house, as a medical doctor and all. He said no, that one of his colleagues was like, wow, you look good for Big Brother. And she sent him a WhatsApp link. That was how the whole experience started. And for him, he would say that Big Brother house is like a school. Okay, like a school where you come, you learn some things about yourself, you learn to be creative, you learn to manage your emotions, you learn a lot of things. And he's very proud to be part of that experience, because he has learned that there were so many things he never knew about himself, not until he went to the house. There are so many creative aspects of him he never knew, okay, before he went to the house. So the interviewer had also asked him, people saw him differently, being a doctor and all, but at a point they began to see you. He said yes, that he being a doctor is just what you're not supposed to be confined to a space. And I love that when I tell people, do not streamline whatever it is you have to one particular profession. He said yes, he's a medical doctor. He chose to be a medical doctor, but that doesn't mean that he cannot still explore other artistic side of him. He said he write poems, yeah, verbal poems. That was the way he put it. He does a lot. He has a lot of paintings. He has written over 500 poems, right? I think 500 poems or 5,000 poems. He does a lot of painting. He works with brands like Snapchat and Meta. Oh my goodness, these are very big brands. Oh, seriously. And he said every of his painting, there's a story, you get to see, like, the boy is very artistic. We know that. You remember the time that he was supposed to I think the head of house games he had with Zita, where they were supposed to replicate the drawing Big Brother gave them. Remember, his own was just like copy and paste. It was like as if it was just a photocopy of what Big Brother wrote. In fact, Big Brother had even said, attested that his own is even better than his. Seriously. So he said that aspect of him is still there. So he wants to explore, come, like, pick everything, reality. He said he's a reality whatever creator, whatever, like so many things. So he doesn't want to streamline that being you go to school to learn what you don't know. Okay, like he said, like, being there are so many things you can even learn without going to school. He said, like, being artistic, being some, there are some things that are naturally in you, or they might be natural gifts to you, but you need to go to school to become a doctor. You need to go to school to learn surgery. You need years of studying, and so those ones are not something you can just wake up one day and say, I can perform surgery, I can treat, I can. No, these are things you need to go to school to learn. But there are some other aspects you don't necessarily need to go to school to develop those skills. So he said, and some of those skills he still want to delve into them, right? Yeah, he still want to delve into them. So now, coming to what happened between him and Sultana, guys. He said, well, he doesn't want to talk about that because it has happened, but he has learned from his mistake, honestly, that he would have just walked away. He would have just gone to take a nap, but then he has taught him a lesson. He said he's still growing up. He's 25. He's still quite young. He's still growing. He's still learning. And he believes that he's going to get there. He's going he's going to get that. I was expecting they would ask him about his wins because we've not heard anything. I know we saw then that he was going to get the car, he was going to get everything he won, and so there was a question that was thrown at him, like, what's the highest point for you in the house? What was the highest point? He said winning, because he loves winning, it makes him happy. And all, he talks so much about his dad. He said his dad has never said no to him, except for when he wanted to go to Big Brother. His dad didn't like it because the interviewer had asked him why, when the parents came to the house, other housemates were kind of emotional, but you weren't. He said, I think he has a very good relationship with his dad. I wouldn't say about his mom though, because there were speculations or rumors of, he said he didn't like the mom and all, but I do not think so, right? But I feel, kids now, they have somebody they feel like, this is my own person, this is my own, who understands me, who doesn't chastise me, who doesn't, who is always there no matter what, right? Okay. So he was asked what he would have done differently if he had time in the house. I believe he said he would have, it was just 2 days anyway. It was just 2 days, but I think he has learned a lot. The house kind of like shaped him, and the house kind of like gave him opportunity to learn so much. He talked about Imisi's win because he was asked, what does he think about? He said, yeah, um, he never said she did, whether the question was, does whether she deserves the win or something, and he was like, she has won, and she has won, and he's happy for her. Okay, and he believes she will go far. For people that will come and be like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Faith said he believes Imisi would do what would really go far. I hope you guys can hear it. And what does he think about production? He said it's their house, it's their rules. Okay, so is that belongs to them. They can wake up one day and they say, oh yeah, pack your things. And we saw that he had already packed his things safe a week before. Remember when he said he wanted to go, he wanted to leave the house and all. So he never believed he was even going to stay in the house past 6 weeks. Okay, so when it happened, it was like, okay, fine, maybe it's time for me to leave, and he just walked away. So, but he didn't want to talk about it because they asked him, who have you connected with, have you made any friends, la, la, la. He said it's his private life, he doesn't want to talk about that. I'm like, okay, fine. I don't know. Probably there are some questions they put out to him which they didn't publish. But then I felt they would have asked him if he really got any of those wins or any of those things at all. Like they did not ask him. But then I am really happy that at least we get to hear from him, talk about his experience in the house, talk about what transpired between him and Sultana, talk about virtually a lot of things. He said there was no wager he did not win, and that was it. Yeah, that was it. In fact, it really taught me a lot. People should stop getting confined because you're in a particular vocation or profession. You want to be confined there because you are this, that is no. You can also decide to try out other potentials hidden in you, okay, or other aspects of your life. I think it's going to do well. Yeah, I think he's going to do well. Seriously, I believe he has even started. And he mentioned, yeah, he's a doctor. And as a time, Big Brother called him the resident doctor in the house. And people really felt free to come to him, complain their issues and all. He was there. He applied empathy. Yeah, he really applied empathy. And sometimes he referred them to Big Brother. That's if they needed extra care. Okay, so he would say that, yeah, he really did his best in the house, but it's just that sometimes people perceive you differently. And that one thing that he learned is that people can do anything, but you should also check the way you react to it. Like people are allowed to cause you do this just so that but you on your own part will choose how to react to the whole thing. So like he said, he would have gone to sleep, he would have just gone to take a nap, like gone to sleep, he would have just walked away. Sultana did all she did, but then the way to react was his it was a choice for him. Okay, so you can choose to ignore, you can choose to react, you can choose to react differently. Okay, so that's just it, but that's fine though. All thanks to Punch newspaper for having faith. At least at least his fans get to hear from him what he has to say. It's not good that somebody will be on a show and once they disqualify the person will just be. If I was seeing something, somebody said they removed this picture from the. I know they don't have to. It's still part of the show. Eviction, disqualification, strike is part of the show. So why would you, because somebody was disqualified, it wasn't as if there was something the person did that was it was life threatening, or it was what the person did was a taboo or something that was unheard of, or something that you guys would not be proud of, or something that might ruin the show tomorrow, like it was an argument. It was would I say normal fight which people engage in, but yeah, you would have chosen to walk away from that. So, but I don't see reason for them removing. This is an alleged story though, because I've not really checked their recent where you have the 29 housemates and he's not there. Like seriously. All right, guys, share your thoughts in the comment section and thumbs up. Bye.